You owe two if that matters.
Yes, right in the middle of talking. Tried to
Always.
get Matt, put it back on your crotch. I was trying to start with a crotch shot. There we go.
Yeah.
That's what
Ladies
the
and gentlemen,
viewers
as you
want.
can see, Matthew Harris is live on location from his bedroom, filming on a mobile.
That's right. And I'm talking wonderfully because I'm still fucking sick because this is ridiculous. Can't knock this shit.
Hey, stop hanging around snot-nosed kids.
I know, right? Assholes.
Choose a better profession.
Ugh, sucks, man. Sucks. But you know what?
Then again, like 3 to 4 people at work have COVID right now. So
I'm gonna be COVID's not a thing anymore. I'm gonna be drinking booze. So
That
that's
helps.
I mean, I'm just glad the flu is back after taking a 2-year vacation. It's weird how
Right.
the flu just like went away for a while.
Came back strong too, apparently.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a ton of fun. We're going to talk about fantasy football because that's why we do fantasy football, is to escape this bullshit we call life. Hence, fantasy.
do that again. I like the
Yeah, jazz hands.
Chewy, have you been using your VR headset again lately?
Always.
He's watching that VR porn.
Permanently red now.
That VR.
I got an MMO game in VR now, so I'm just gonna live in virtual reality probably.
MMO. Hold on, let me guess. Moving Master Operator.
Massive multiplayer online RPG. So role-playing game. So think Warcraft in VR.
That makes no sense to me.
Yeah. If you weren't a gamer.
MMO, but there's a P in it, and it's RPG. I thought
MMO,
RPG was a gun from
RPG.
the James Bond game.
Sure.
Double up.
Double up. Well, let's get to drinking.
Propelled grenade. That's what the RPG is.
There you go. Yeah. No. I assume my face is gonna be red every time we do this because this is what I do on weekdays, is just play video games now. Because I got my new toy and I'm gonna enjoy it. Until I get bored of it, and then I'll find a new toy. So that's how it goes.
Okay.
We're going to jump into the weekly picks first because it's the end of the regular fantasy season. So it's the end of regular weekly picks, which means all sorts of things happen. Yep. Carver owes a whole 4 this week. Ooh. Matt 2 and me 1. So let's get into it. We all picked Bill to beat me, and he barely did. My team sucked, and his team sucked just a little less. We then moved on to Spear, was projected to beat Andy. Carver was the only one that took Andy, and he was the only one that was wrong. Same goes for Carver was the only one that took Gary to beat. Nope. Corey to beat Gary. Carver chose Corey. Corey lost. So that's another Carver one. Carver and I took Richie to beat Brashawn. We were correct. Brashawn lost. His team, after trading away all his receivers he drafted, went to shit because that was the core of his team.
Weird.
Yeah. Don't do that, Brashawn. I don't know who told you to do that, but it was a terrible idea. And then Carver was projected to beat Chris, probably like the last time you played Chris.
Our game was like a 0.03 difference in projection.
Yeah. I'm sure it was close. You lost, but you got handed, didn't you? Like, it was sad. Carver.
The highest score of the league this week, right?
I lost by like 15 points.
Oh yeah, 15. Okay, not nearly as bad. Yes. This is true. By like less than a point, he did score the most points this week, which means we get a Gary presser, if I am seeing this correctly.
That's true.
Yep. Gary presser it is. So Carver, of Chris's 3 wins, you are 2 of them.
Yeah, it's fun. It's been a really fun year for me.
Right?
You guys have seen the joy that has been happening to me. Yep. Fourth most points in the league.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught that.
What seed are you?
What?
What's your seeding? Where did you end up?
Not good. Right next to Chewy. Me and Chewy are right next to each other. We're buddies.
Yeah. Yep, he passed me because I kept setting my land up wrong. So I
No.
finished 11th. He finished 10th.
I've-
Tied at 5 and 9, which was tons of
So-
fun.
Nope, Matt, you don't get to talk.
Oh fuck.
Nope, Matt, nope.
No Matts. No Matt talking. That moves us into the last pick of the week. Harris projected to beat Nielsen, and Harris did, which sealed him a playoff spot. Very fortunate for him. And Brashawn chose Carver, which means Carver actually has to drink 5 tonight.
Woo!
Here's my first.
Boo. Prashan, you should know better.
Especially this late in the season.
My picks
So-
have been shit all year.
No, wow, that's harder than I remember. Okay, so
That's what she said.
yeah, good.
Yes.
That's what you want to hear. So I kicked your guys' ass in pick'ems this year. I finished at 54, which was 10 over projections.
Yep.
Projections were 44 correct this time. There were a couple times I didn't track because it looked like it was a projected tie. So that might be a little skewed, but not too much. Harris
So-
took second at 47. So you were 7 below me and 3 above projection.
And Carver is the Harris of last year.
Correct.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah, there was not a you guys didn't swap positions because I took the best of the spot, so I get the booze.
How many
What do
did
you
I get
want?
right? You didn't
What
say
do you
how
want?
I got right over projection.
No.
You got 5 under projection. So,
Oh, I'm so good at this.
yeah.
Hey, real quick, Chewy, time out. Real quick. In case you guys are wondering, this episode is brought to you by Sheepdog. Sheepdog.
Oh, sponsor. Sponsor Chewy. Hold up your sheepdog.
I have bird dog. Does that count?
Hey, it's a dog.
So Harris, no,
Yeah.
you can't taste the difference, huh?
No. And it's like $10 cheaper. So
Yeah.
I'm for it. I'm all for it.
Sweet.
And he was my number 2.
All right. So I did my one. Matt's Harris is on 2. I don't know where Carver's at. So you
I
guys
did
owe me
a
booze.
shot and a chug, alright.
I have no idea what I want for the booze. Probably things I don't have. I gotta look into it.
I'll get you a bottle of the Ryan Reynolds gin. How about that?
I have that. It's not that good.
Well, that's because it's gin.
Well, if I was gonna
I
get
agree.
gin, you would want Hendrix. Like, if I'm getting that right.
Just don't drink gin.
Yeah, because it's
The
not-
gin
you're
sounds great.
Gin, you say no.
Gin, decent in mixed
Right.
drinks. I don't know. A lot of things are not great straight. I'm just
I could get you a nice bottle of Gordon's vodka.
I'll get you some Goldschlager. Anyways, let us know, right?
Okay.
What was the limit? It's $50 limit, right? Per bottle? Yeah. So let us
Wow.
know.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll
And
look
we'll-
into some things. Cool. That was Pick'ems. Let's get into the week 14 bets. There were a decent amount, mostly, well, not too many, mostly Gary. He just wanted to make sure he finished out the year as the top person. Two of his bets tied, both kicker bets, one with Corey, one with Harris. You guys, all 3 of you, your kickers scored 11 points. It was an ounce differential, so nobody owes on those, so that's fun. Andy Brooks lost 2 bets this week, the only 2 bets he was in. It's his weeklies, his wide receiver 1 and 2 for a wine chug with Gary. He owes for that one. And he owes the non-light beer craft chug, whatever, with Chris. So Andy, you got your wine chug and your craft beer chug or whatever you want to call it, as long as it's non-light beer. Then this one amuses me beyond belief because it's Tiger Beat. There's a tie in this because both Boyd and Higgins managed to play at least a snap and then get hurt and score 0 points each.
They both.
So the way I wrote this up is that Bill and Gary owe 3 times because first is supposed to owe a shot or a chug, and second is supposed to owe 2 shot or chugs. So if you
Valid.
tie, you owe all of it.
Yeah.
So they both owe 3.
Very
So
valid.
Agreed.
I'll have to put that in the chat. They'll love it, I'm sure. Um,
Well, they're obviously watching right now, so they're seeing what's
Oh,
going
yeah.
on.
oh yeah. I mean
Right.
the last one of the season for sure. They gotta watch it. Weekly or not weekly picks. Well, weekly picks. Brashawn, you owe because you chose Carver, just like Carver owes for you. So you gotta get that one in. I thought, oh, that one's last. Sweet, sweet. Okay. Into the rest of the bets. Adams versus Hill between Chris and I. Adams did nothing, so I owe 2 shots or chugs or whatever back to back this week. I believe ours ends this week. I don't know. I got all the weeklies. I have to follow up with the league to see if they want them to keep going or not. Totally on them. Gary and Corey did a total point starter cooked egg jug. Gary
I
won
thought that
this.
was a joke. Accept that.
They accepted that.
How does that work? How do you
So
drink a cooked egg?
I don't know. You chew it, you throw it in a drink, and you drink, chew, your whatever. They
So
blend
the
it.
sensible thing would be a hard boiled egg, right?
I would assume if you have to sort of drink it like scrambled, maybe. So it's
Oh,
in
no.
chunks.
Oh no.
Oh, so you cook it and then you put it in the blender with the alcohol,
Yes.
create like a smoothie. It's like a
Corey
smoothie.
lost
I
it.
think.
I don't know if Corey might still do raw if he wants. He already did it once. I don't know what's easier. But yeah, Corey owes it. So enjoy that, Corey. Shit, I didn't do math on what people actually owe. So I'll get back to that. But I did all the numbers. I just didn't add them up. Corey, you owe to Gary few bets. So we'll just get into it. And this is the ounce differential with a minimum of 4 ounces of hard alcohol. Corey owes for wide receiver 2, QB, RB2, defense, and flex. Gary, between his few bets between both Corey and Harris, owes for tight end, running back 1 twice, tight end again, wide receiver. Why does that say 1 and 2? I don't know what's wrong with that. It happened twice. That is wide receiver 1. Yeah, that's wide receiver 1. Stupid autofill. Okay. So tight end twice, RB1 twice, receiver 1 to Corey. Harris, you owe for your weekly Carr Hurts Fields Burrow bet because the bye week killed you. Otherwise, you probably would have actually won. Because you would have only needed about 15 points, 16 points out of your other quarterback. So you owe for there, shot or chug. And then you owe flex, quarterback, defense, running back 2, wide receiver 1, and wide receiver 2. I will do some math to get you your ounces. Then we had the Mats versus the world, which only 4 of us took, the 2 of you and Chris and I. I didn't see any other takers. Thought that was surprising.
I completely forgot that existed.
Yep. The good news is it doesn't matter to you because the Mats won with a average of 104.41. And the world average out of 9 people, a lot of the world took a shit this bed, or took a shit this week. Sorry. 97.02. So a 7-point difference. So Chris and I will owe on that one. It is a shot and chug. So we'll get that done. Because a lot of our season long was fantasy season, we also have those to talk about. We already know that Harris owed and paid for McCaffrey playing 10 games. I went ahead and marked you down for more wins, Cardinals or 49ers. Harris is going to owe on that one.
It's over. It's over. Yeah, he did it.
Yeah. Lowest accepted bet total. So we need to talk about this one because it says shot and chug per finish. So Harris took Nielsen. Great, right? I took Bill. Carver took Brooks. Is it of us 3 or where they truly finished an accepted total? Here's an example. I took Bill. he finished third from the bottom, which means I should owe 2 for that from the way this is worded. So Harris owes nothing because Nielsen is definitely the lowest accepted, which was the easy choice.
Yep.
Carver took Brooks. He actually was the 5th lowest.
Because of the weeklies?
I
Probably.
can't remember if he's got credit. No, he's not a weekly. He didn't issue the weekly.
Well, he's got the non-light beer chug with Chris, but he didn't issue it. It was Chris who issued it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I did formulas to check this all out. This is accepted though. This isn't issued. There's another one for issue. So weeklies, yes, the weeklies would count. This is
Yeah.
purely accepted. This was a Harris one. Yours is next, Carver. So I wrote this up because I was like, well, we were expecting these to be the lowest. So I owe 2 shot in chugs and Carver owes 4 is how I wrote this up, unless you want to override that. Because in the bet tally, the lowest is Nielsen, then it's Spear, then
Right.
Bill. So that would make me either second or third and finish. Corey is 4th, then Brooks is 5th from the bottom. So you either owe 4 or you owe 2, which means either I owe 1 or I owe 2. I don't know how you want to do it.
I mean, I won the bet. So, I mean, if you guys want to take me out of this, that's fine. But I personally think it should be the league because that's what we were betting on. I don't think it should be where it placed out of the 3 picks that we had.
Yeah, that's why I put it in here as 2 and 4 because I felt that was the heart of the bet. Like the bet was where they will finish.
Like I said, I won the bet, so I'll let you guys decide, and I'm fine with it. But you guys have to decide.
I mean, I'd rather drink 2 than 4, but
Do you?
if you
I guess
think
this is.
I didn't create this bet, right?
Yeah.
So whoever created the bet should clarify.
Then you owe 4.
Then it's
Okay.
Harris. Yeah. And which
Yeah.
either way, I would have sided with Harris and just let Harris be the tiebreaker. So either way, it kind of works out because that just the way it felt for the bet. All right. So we get into Carver's bet issued, which I did the math right before this started, which is probably why I forgot to do the math on ounces owed. Anybody want to guess? And this is a really easy guess. How many bets Andy and Dahmer combined to issue? Correct. Do you want to guess how many the next person issued?
Is the next person Spear?
No.
Is
5.
it Corey? No.
I say 5. So
Is it
are you
Corey?
doing it, or you want us to guess the name?
Either one's fine, but yeah. I'm going through because there was some I filtered out, and I'm just checking to make. I don't want to have to go update the. Oh, he actually has another one issued. Okay, so that I'll have to check that, but I think Matt's guess was close at 5. If I update the sheets, he is wrong by 1.
6.
How dare you?
It's 6.
You suck.
Do you want to guess who that was?
Corey.
No.
Me.
No.
Well,
Rashawn.
It is
No.
Brashawn. Brashawn.
he accepted a lot.
He
Initially.
accepted a lot. He did. So Brashawn somehow only has 6 if I go fix this formula because of the ones that were excluded and the way I did copy paste. So from the bottom, Andy and Dahmer both zip issued. Brashawn 5. Some are missing from here on out because I know there's some not calculated because they were way down on the sheet, so they didn't get screwed up in the other tally. Spear at 12 issued. Corey
champ.
at 16, Bill at 19, Harris, now here's the jump, right? We were just at 19. Harris, how many do you think you issued?
30.
53.
That's right.
Some of this is some of the weeklies get credit for being the issuer. So some do, some don't. Like Spear got credit. Actually, oh shit.
How dare you give Spear credit for anything?
I bet if I took out the issuing of the Tiger beat, yeah, Spear would have none. Actually, I'll have to look at some of the formulas because the fun thing is it says Spear has 12. There's 14 weeks of Tiger beat. I know there were weeks where I tried to delete him out of it and then he drank anyway. Because of how I said it shouldn't matter for injuries, but he did it. I may have to look at the calculations because I was not going to count this. I let math do it all. Anyway, he has 12. Yeah, there's a couple weeks it's saying he doesn't have them, so I need to probably move the sheet down or something. Anyway, Harris jumps to 53. I know this is wrong for a couple reasons, but it's still close. Oddly enough, I am next at 71, which is interesting because I ended with the third most accepted. Richie issued 76, Carver 76, Chris 105, and Gary 154.
Ooh. Try
As compared to the bet tally of actual accepted things, Gary is at 213. Chris is at 176. I'm at 172. Harris is 157. Carver 128. So the three of us, we finished up in the top 5. Gary and Chris, the only ones. And if we, like I say every time that I feel like being ahead of everybody, if our weekly pick'ems were a bet per pick'em, you could multiply 5 times 14 and get that many more bets.
70.
Yeah. Then we got Richie at 123, Rashawn at 87, Andy at 55, Corey 52, Bill 47, Spear 36, and Dahmer at 22 because Chris, the sped one, wanted to make sure he hit the minimum and did a position bet with him last week. So if you take away 9 bets from week 13, he would still be at 13. He'd still be at 13 bets. So that's the bet tally. We'll get back to season long.
Heck, I wonder how many individual weeks Gary issued more bets than Dahmer took all season.
So far, there's a tie in week 7. Oh, wait, nope. Yes, there's a tie in week 7. Gary issued 2 bets. Dahmer accepted 2 bets.
No. I mean, like if Gary issued 29 bets one week,
yes,
he would have beat Dahmer's 22 accepted.
Oh, yes.
So
okay.
How many weeks did Gary issue more bets than Dahmer accepted all season?
Oh, none. He missed it by 1. His most issued was 21 in week 14. Though,
Really?
actually, I bet it's hot. Well, I don't know which week it would be. There's a couple weeks because of like the filtering. Like I just did this as the show was starting, as I just copied some formulas. So there's bets that were issued but never accepted way down on the spreadsheet. So I have to increase the range for just issued for those specific ones. And I didn't have time for the show because I don't care enough.
That's fair.
Because there's already enough work at just doing what I've done. So suck it. Anyway,
we're paying you. Stop complaining.
No, you're not.
$50 booze.
I forgot.
I won booze, so yes, this year I mean it balances out. So Harris has to win next year. We've all basically given ourselves 2 bottles of alcohol. So, that's the fun of these kind of bets. But yeah, so bet issued, which we just covered, does work out that Carver got that right. So Harris and I owe a shot in chug because Andy and Nielsen did not combine to beat the 3rd lowest issue.
Good job, Carver.
Yeah, bitches.
No one has more accepted bets than Chris. Wasn't technically a bet because nobody else challenged me on it. I just said I would do a card for it, so I'm going to owe a card there. I'll probably do this wasabi one. I'll just call it. I'm just going to say the wasabi so that nobody tries to take it from me and make me do something else. Wherever wasabi went,
Or
any left.
Or Chewy, Century Club.
Do it.
Technically not a card, but I will probably see how well I can survive that anyway, just for the challenge.
Where is this wishy-washy probably bullshit? Make a commitment right now, pussy.
I gotta host it. So the fun thing is I thought about
You
using
don't do anything when you host anyway. You just live at the place where we're all meeting.
I know, and my ladies will be here to make sure I survive, so it's fine. I don't have to do shit. Because when you have 2, 1 cooks and 1 cleans, it's great.
And I get to spray you in the face with a hose.
It's true. It's true. Having been the one that did that last year, it's tons of fun. I also know tricks to make it not so shitty on myself.
I might miss your face and hit you in the nuts. I don't know.
That makes sense. That would probably be the route I would go this year. I thought about taking the easy way out and just invite the league to watch a football game with me, which would be the Super Bowl. But I'm not a lame-o like that. So I'll give you a real card bet for Gary outdoing Chris by 37 accepted bets.
Gosh, Chris sucks. Chris,
Yeah,
how dare you let yourself get beat by Gary at anything?
Not to mention, Gary more than doubled your last season total. More than doubled it, Chris. Like,
Yeah,
you thought you were
this
so.
is like the one thing you're supposed to be good at. How do you let Gary beat you?
Yeah, you thought you were so special last year, and Gary just up and doubled it by sad.
That last shot was the Brashawn one.
Sweet. So that moves us on to end of regular fantasy season, Kamara versus Zeke. How do you guys want to think this one turned out?
How do I want to think it turned out, or how do I think it turned out?
Yeah, probably more how do you think it turned out?
I think I won, and I don't even know what horse I.
You jumped on the Kamara bandwagon with me. But
then I think Zeke won.
I think Zeke won as well.
Yes. By 8.1.
Oh my gosh.
So you guys, because it's an ounce differential, you owe less than a beer. You owe 8.1 ounces. So really good bet, really close this season. That's that one. Special K makes the playoffs. Card bet Waffle House.
Yes.
Harris says does. Carver Chewy does not.
Come down here, and I will participate with you. I'll hang out in a Waffle House.
I have down there. There's no Waffle Houses up here. So yeah.
What kind of a shithole city doesn't have a Waffle House?
Mine.
It's a fine.
There's not one even nearby, is there? Wow.
Nearest one is down by you guys. So I was planning, since we're going to be on Christmas break here soon, coming down there and trying to knock that one out.
Cool.
I don't know.
I was wondering if you'd wait till the Super Bowl and see if you could actually make it back to the house in time.
If I try to engage in the Century Club, I don't want my stomach full of waffles.
Good point. Good point. How many waffles do you think you can eat?
Dude, I'm gonna start with 2, and then see how I feel. And I might just be sitting there I'm gonna tell the waitress when I get there, hey, I'm gonna be here a while.
Is it the thing where you get to take an hour off after every waffle?
Yeah. He only has to do it for 12 hours is the way this one was.
Yeah, it's
I'd
not
be,
24.
I'd be out of there in an hour.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
I won't.
His stomach can't hold it. That's why I thought this card was
Ha
from Larry.
ha,
But-
tiny stomach.
Oh,
Ha ha.
I found this on the web.
Oh, Siri's listening. It doesn't say anything about puking, so
It's true.
maybe I'll
He-
say, give me 12, and then just eat it all and puke it up.
Yeah, that's true. So that's entertaining.
Real quick. Okay, I've been to a Waffle House, but I have never had a waffle at Waffle House. How big are their waffles?
I have no idea. I assume they just use standard waffle maker waffles, so probably not big.
But thick, right?
Probably.
Do you have to get them smothered and covered?
No, that wasn't on the card.
No.
I'm gonna ask for some stevia syrup though.
You'd be like, hey, can you put 12 waffles in a blender real quick, please? Just drink that shit.
Yeah. And here
Straw,
was
lady. I need a boba straw.
Give me 12 waffles and a bottle of sheepdog in a blender. Thanks.
Sponsor, sponsor.
yeah. If the filter didn't kill it every time you tried to show it.
Sponsor.
Near this bet was going real well up until the last few weeks. Bill has more total points than Spear. Regular season, Spear pulled that one out. He ended up with like noticeably more actually. No, well, I guess I shouldn't say noticeably, but for how close it was, over 50-point difference. Spear had more. So Harris and I owe on that one.
Enough?
Shot and chug.
Okay. Not
Nothing too
horrible.
bad.
Who's this?
You're taking a call.
He took a call.
Flacco
No thanks.
versus Baker, best weekly average total points per games played. This one is going to go the rest of the season. I asked today in the chat. I asked that very interestingly because both of them played a game this week. Flacco went in and lost 3 points and then didn't get any more points back. So his 4 games played, he dropped from like 15 average to a 10.75, and Baker moved up to a 10.375. So that bet is close. With Baker probably playing the rest of the season and Flacco maybe not. We'll see how this goes. So it's very close. May actually lead to a Mayfield win here. And then we already know this one, Century Club. When does Gary win? Harris and I nailed that one in week 6.
Harris, do you have the day off guaranteed yet?
No. They haven't
Actually-
said
I'm pretty sure
curious.
you're gonna do it anyway.
I'm pretty
Is Jordan coming down with you?
no.
So
I'll be
Ooh.
coming down Saturday night.
I'm sure Chewy will drive you home.
So
Okay.
you want to know what's fun about the Gary bet is that we got to pick 2 weeks, right? 6 and something else. 6 was correct. I also chose week 8, which was correct. Harris chose week 10, incorrect. And then Carver decided to name 9 and never. And he did actually do it at 9, and I think he was the highest points that week.
Too bad that wasn't a bet, bitch.
Yeah, doesn't get
It
you out of the
is too
Century
bad.
Club.
Chewy, less than a minute.
We done, actually. That's all the bets.
All right. Who wins? Who wins the whole thing?
Ugh. I really
Give
don't
me,
want
give
it
me
to-
a winner and a dark horse. I will go winner, Bill, because he's got the best record. Dark horse, Ridgie. Go.
I'll go Spear, but I'm sad saying it. And Harris is the dark horse.
I will go Corey and myself as the dark horse.
I already said that. Choose somebody
Corey's
else.
the favorite. He's 6th ranked.
I'm picking Corey. Get over it, Carver.
I will not. I'm going to stay under it. I will never go over it.
Yeah, Corey's lucky because if Andy hadn't lost,
have been